Welcome back to the second part of the keyframe lesson. In the previous lesson, we used some simple keyframing to make transitions, and we used it to make some really cool effects. In this lesson, we're going to take it a step further and do some more advanced effects. So we have this final video here. I'm going to drag it onto my timeline. We have a video of this person applying mascara, and it's a close-up of the eye. I'm going to lower the resolution here so everything runs smoothly. And what we're going to do is to combine two clips, but we're going to get from the first clip to the second clip through this pupil. So let me get my second clip. It's right here. For the second clip, it's just this person walking. So we're going to make it look as if this person was just doing their makeup and then they suddenly remembered a certain memory. And we're going to go through her pupil to get to that memory. So first of all, you need to comb through your clip and look for a part where the eye is completely visible, the pupil, and nothing is covering that area. I made a marker by hitting M on my keyboard. Just hit M and you get these markers. Click on any of them and you get to go directly to that time. Let's go ahead and duplicate this clip. Control C, come here, Control V, stack them on top of each other so they're identical. Come back to this part and split the clip here, and the same for the other clip. On this last clip, we're going to delete this one and this one. So we get something like this. And the memory is below the second clip. Now right over here, we're going to freeze the frame on the second clip. So just use these guys to move on the right frame. Right click, speed, add, freeze frame. So basically, this video is now frozen. It's just like a photo. And we just get this freeze frame effect until here. I will get rid of the normal parts. I only want a little bit of the freeze frame. Now let's add an effect to this second clip. Go to Effects, come down to Utility, and get Shape Mask. Apply it directly on the second clip. And we're going to, let's get rid of this for a second. Go to Video and then come down to Effect, which is the shape mask that we just applied. So we're going to change the size and the shape of this by just making it a circle. Let's add to the radius and just keep working with these until you get a circle. Then just change the X value. Just come in the Start right here. Use your arrow keys to go to the first frame of the second clip. Move the X values and make sure that it's just the eye and we're not getting the eyelid. So make it even smaller. And once you have a circle, add to the blur. Okay, then come down here and hit invert. So now it's just the eye. Once you have this, you get to adjust it even more. Okay, and now you can see we're just getting the eye and not the rest of the parts. You can also add more blur. Think I will add a little bit width and height. Change the Y value. There we go. So now if I bring the second clip underneath, let's move it all the way here. If I move it underneath, the second clip is in her eye. But we want this to happen in a really cool way. So let's go in the beginning of the freeze frame. Use these guys to, let's zoom into our timeline. Use these guys to get to the start right here. And let's double click. We have already opened the tab. Go to Animation, Customize, add a keyframe, and then move maybe 2 frames in. And now we're just going to scale this whole thing in all the way and then change the X value so it's just the eye. It's just the video. Just come over here. And then let's also remove the opacity. And if it's too fast, we can just add space between the two keyframes. Let's have a look. As you can see, I think it's still a little bit too fast. We do want to see the effect. I'm just going to remove the opacity, leave it at 100. I will make that disappear on another keyframe. Just make it go like that. Okay. We should have a good effect. All right. I will just move this a little bit here, the first keyframe, so we get like a little bit of her just staring at us. All right, so you can see there is a little pause where the memory just shows up and then it zooms in, and that is perfect. Now, because the video, the second clip underneath, suddenly shows up and it just looks a bit rough, we will duplicate this freeze frame and then click this guy, Control V. Just line it up with this guy right here and just move here to take the copy and just make it really tiny. Like that. Let's move the memory away, bring this guy right here. Let's double click on this little box and we're just going to remove the effect. Just uncheck this. Okay, instead we will go in the keyframe tab. You can just delete these, make new ones. The next one, delete. And turn the opacity at 100 right at the beginning. And we scaled it in too much. Let's just reset the things. Type in 100. 0. There we go. So now she just has her eye. Around here, somewhere here, right before it starts moving, I'll move this here. We want another keyframe on the little box and just reduce the opacity. Let's have a look. I'm gonna zoom in. We have a keyframe over here that we do not need. Okay, so it's going to show up, be it the regular eye, and then it slowly fades away, and we're going to zoom in. So right here, when it fades away completely, we want to remove the rest and just have this eye thing. Let's move these guys a level up. Okay. And then bring this video underneath. So we get this. So this guy slowly fades away. Let's bring it completely under. Fades away into the memory and then it zooms in and we get this guy. I'm gonna make this go in a little faster. And just play around with the keyframes until it looks good to you. Let's render the clip. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, let's play this back. We have a style that's similar to the show That's a Raven. Right here. And it's just a memory that she had. You can color grade the memory or this video and make it look the way you want it. If the speed is off for you, then you can just go back and readjust the keyframes. Okay, let's do our last effect using keyframes. Delete all of that. And I'm going to get a background first because we're dealing with graphics this time and not videos. Come down to sample color and I'm just going to get a nice little gradient. Let's get purple. add that to my timeline. Just extend it. Let's delete all markers. Now let's go to elements right here. And I will be using the elements in the Valentine's Day package. We do have these characters that I really like. So I'm going to be using these characters to try this motion graphic effect on. Okay, so I have this character and we're going to kind of have these characters aligned, and it will be as if we are moving through these characters. So let's first get the first frame, this guy, and I will move it, and I'm just going to make sure it's in the center. There we go. Let's move this up the highest that we can, because this is the first frame, and just stack these characters on to one another. Let's get another one, make it come below this guy. Right here, these are animated. That's the second character. Third character, let's get this guy. And I'm just going to make one more. New video track. Let's move these up by a level. Then after this third character, I want a text. So let's go to Valentine's Day and just get something like that. All right, I will type something. I will type love. Hit OK, and that is the thing. So we have multiple characters. First of all, let's turn off the visibility on everything except the main guy. We will double click on the first guy and we will go to animation, customize. So we want this guy to zoom in. We want to zoom in on this guy and then make him fade out from the frame. Make a keyframe in the beginning, come to the end, and just scale it up all the way. But at the same time, move the X value until he's out of frame. So now we are going to get an effect like this. Okay. And I think we can just lower the scale a bit. And the X value, okay, there we go. Right here. Okay, move it out like that. So you don't need to go all the way for scale. So now we have this. And then as this guy is moving away, somewhere around here, I will get my second character, which is this Cupid. I'm going to make a keyframe here. First, let's adjust the position. So around here, I want this guy to move this way, so he's in the middle. And then he moves this way. Let's just make it go. Choose a starting point. I think somewhere around here will be nice. Bring it in the beginning. And we said we want him to appear here. So right around here, I'm going to move this guy, the keyframe of it here, and just make the scale 100. Before that, we don't want him to be in frame, so just get rid of the whole thing. He's just going to show up like that. After he shows up, we want him to move towards the left. So just move him out of frame. So we have something like this. And then we can make the third character. Make him appear somehow. First of all, let's choose when he should be fully in frame. I guess here. Move him in the middle. It's a bit too far. A little higher. Okay. Before that, let's see. For that, he could just not be visible. And we can choose when we want him to show up, which would be when this Cupid is going away. We could make the Cupid show and reveal this character. Okay, right around here, I will move this first keyframe for the last character and align it here. So basically, as this Cupid is coming, he's going to just show up. Can extend this so it shows up more slowly. Just gonna play with the keyframes. There we go, and then we can make this guy just move down for the final thing to show up. Let's make a keyframe here so it stays still for a while, and then we want him to just move down as he is, like so. The text needs to show up after this. It already has animation, so we're just adding it there. There we go. I'm gonna cut this up. I'm not a fan of the font, so let's just go here. There we go. Let's get Poppins Bold, just a regular font. I wasn't a fan of the old one. Now I'm just gonna render this clip and we will see what it looks like. Okay, let's play this back. And we have a bunch of characters revealing this love text. So that is how you can use keyframes. You can use any element, sticker, or other things. Let's try a sticker while we're here so you know how to use everything. So I have a sticker right here. I can make this guy, just add a keyframe at the end. At the beginning, let's make him scaled out. And in the second keyframe, I want him to like turn. So you can just bring in something like that. That was the wrong angle. Let's choose the right angle. We can do one turn. Here we go. Delete the previous keyframe. There we go. So you can use this for elements, for stickers, videos, and anything else you want. The same thing goes for text. And it's just a really handy tool that you will be using quite often as you move on. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I will see you in the next one.